be doing a quick test run to see how things are holding up. Hold it still to get it started. Otherwise it'll fly off of there. Okay, a little off balance, but not too bad. Seems to be loosening up a little bit. Thank you, Chihuahua, for ruining the shot. Appreciate it. All right, test run 2. We're gonna see if we can't run it into balance. I have a feeling it's not going to, but we're gonna give it a shot anyway. Okay, we lost the front fan. Okay, so we're going to do this again without the front fan because I still have 3 stators here, or not 3 stators, but 3 compressor fans here. I'm going to replace that tomorrow. Just going to take it off and unscrew it and pop that off and replace it. So let's try this again, shall we? This time we are going to see if it will actually move. Okay. Let's bring it up to... I'm gonna have to re-glue and cure that drive shaft, and then we'll go from there. Does anyone want a Chihuahua? Okay, once again we are going to do this. I did do some index marks on the rear blades, so you can kind of see that they're spinning, because before you couldn't really see that they're spinning. So we're gonna try and run this to failure, since we've already destroyed it with the first couple runs. We'll see what she does. Okay. Yeah, I think we burned it. Woo! Okay, so it must have been the glue that may have dripped down that I must have been cooking off, because it's still spinning freely. The motor did get warm, but it's still spinning and connected. So I honestly don't know what. It's extremely off balance though. So wow, FDM printing this thing as a workable model is almost impossible, just because of the variations in density of the PLA and extrusions, things like that, wall thicknesses, all that other stuff. You got to compensate for all that when you're doing it in FDM. So we're gonna let that cool. And we're gonna do it again and see if that was just glue. I don't know what that was. It smells like plastic, but honestly, I don't know. This is funny because I've done everything I can to try and make sure this is dimensionally accurate. As a desktop model, I'm sure it's fine, but this is more fun. Okay, I got sparks. I don't know, it looks like a burnt motor to me. What do you think? Does that look burnt? I don't know. I think I burned the motor. The wires are fine. They didn't have any problem, but I think the motor's toast. So we'll have to swap out the motor and Admittedly, I'm surprised that this thing has survived as much as it has for as quickly as I built it. And just amazed at this point. It's still holding together, except for that front OPC stator blade. But other than that, you know, it's working. So the idea is sound. Obviously, we want to get dimensional accuracy before we move forward. So definitely SLA, or I'll send it out to be printed. And then I'm going to slice these cases at 50. And then I'm going to rebuild this as a fully functional enclosed turbine. And I'm going to pipe helium, liquid helium, into the combustion chamber, which will simulate the gases. And that should give me that compressor action. The only issue is, I know the compressor spins the motor even faster. So is it going to affect a motor like this from being spun up? So I'm wondering if I should clutch this. So we have this motor obviously spinning up the system. I'm assuming how turbines actually work. And then when the compressor starts up, after fuel's being you know, put into the system and then burned, after this spins up and compresses the air, so we get more, obviously more thrust, more torque out of the system itself, then these take over and kind of spin the whole system. So design a clutch for this, and then go with helium, because liquid helium will expand into the chamber more. We'll do an SLA style print. I've been looking at I think it's MJF manufacturing. There's different materials I want to use, but obviously I want to do something that's going to be dimensionally accurate and smooth. So we want to make sure that there's no wobbly. These blades wobble. Let's just put it that way. They're not strong enough at this scale to be rigid enough to actually not flex and rub into the stators and everything else. So yeah, time to send off for some metal 3D prints, right? Well, I must say that little motor did a decent job of keeping up. Now it's time for an upgrade. This is a 22.2 volt, just like that. And it's out of an old blower, which means it has its convenient impeller. Or fan, or whatever the hell you want to call it. But the point is, I think once I reprint this in better material and use this, it's going to be much more fun, much more interesting, and a little bit more dangerous. Who's with me?